Y'all already see the title. Y'all already see the thumbnail. I'm not gonna waste none of y'all time. So let's get straight into it.
In less than 2 weeks, we will all be watching the NFL draft.
Right.
We want to know who's going to go.
I ain't gonna lie, not me. Y'all let me know what it is. Y'all let me know what it is. Oh, nah, I am. Travis Hunter. Oh, yeah, I am. Never mind. I just ain't been into football these past couple of years. But let me not yap too much. We only 5 seconds in. Let's get to it.
Where, of course, we've been sitting around making up our own first 10 picks, and none of us really know. But we do know that the Titans have the first pick, the Browns have the second pick, the Giants have the third pick, the Patriots, and then the Jaguars. One thing is for sure is that many of us expect Travis Hunter to be long gone.
Number one. I'm expecting him to go number one.
Before pick number 6. He can go as high as number 2, maybe as low as number 5.
Oh, not number one? Wait. Who the number one pick? Who y'all think the number one pick if it's not Travis? He the only person I got in my head. If it's somebody else, let me know. There's other great players out there that I know. I'm just not too caught up. Y'all let me know if it's anybody else. I was going number one, no more than number 2. Y'all let me know though.
It may be even number 1. But there's an issue. Because players are more exposed more than now than in the past, we now get an opportunity to look at their personal lives and who they are dating or dealing with. Wasn't a big deal back in the day, but it is now. For new players, who they pick, it could be a disaster.
I know y'all been hearing about the Xavier Worthy and the Tia Jones situation, everything like that, bro. She cheated on him and everything like that, then lied and said that he hit her and everything like that. There's video evidence of all that. Everything was false.
Who are these two people? I have no idea who this is. Tia Jones. I don't know who this is. So y'all gonna have to inform me in the comment section, please and thank you. I would truly be appreciative.
Everything was false. She tried to put that man in jail after cheating on him.
And what is interesting, a lot of older ladies are now going for...
Oh, unless they talking about that NFL thing. I just heard something about that, but the NFL dude, but she was pulling his dreads and whoop and all type of other stuff. If that's the case, that's crazy.
Younger guys who are just getting into the NFL or the NBA.
39-year-old Drea Michelle, socialite, IG model, etc., is now announced she's pregnant with 22-year-old Jalen Green's baby. Plays for the Houston Rockets, multimillionaire athlete. Guys, what do we think about this?
But none of these guys has an explosive...
To me, I would rather most people give it the same energy that they would give a man doing the same thing. I mean, yeah, the same energy that they would give a man that does the same. Like how people was getting on Andrew Tate for dating younger women. Like they was of age, like I think early 20s and stuff. People were saying like that's wrong, and he like in his mid 30s. I was like, I ain't know that was. But when it's like this, a situation like this, people don't say much about it. So I just want people getting the same energy. Because overall, I wouldn't care. I don't even care about what they got going on. So do your thing. But got to treat it all the same because we all equal here. We all equal. We all equal.
Story like Travis Hunter and his fiance Leanna Lenee. Now, this couple is very polarizing because it seemed too good to be true. Right. And then we started to see some footage in the past how Travis Hunter was treated poorly by Leanna Lenee, but he really loved her because she was...
I was seeing some crazy clips going on early on to the point my boy had to disable his Instagram. But I ain't gonna lie, the stuff I was hearing was kind of crazy. And it was kind of like with proof. I was like, this is kind of crazy.
was older and she was...
Let me know what y'all think.
Out of school and he was in high school, but she stayed the entire time. But then as people started bringing up receipts, we started to see some level of flaw in the behavior of Leanna Lenee's past.
So apparently Travis Hunter's girlfriend is on fire right now for getting caught cheating on him a while back when the relationship was still early. As y'all can see, there was a guy named Internet Nick. He basically exposed the fact that Travis Hunter's girlfriend early on in their relationship DM'd him. And obviously y'all are going to want to see the dates. So here are the dates right here. As y'all can see, this was throughout their relationships. They specifically said that they began dating 5 years ago. If we do the math, that was 2019 or really early 2020. This ain't even early 2020. This is late 2020, meaning that they were in a relationship. So to get back to the text, as you can see, she says, "You're too cute, let me wife you." The man replies, "Well, where are you?" She says, "Kennesaw." Heart emojis, heart eye emojis, "Appreciate you." And then she gets left on red by her. Tough.
It got so bad that even celebrities were wearing their opinion on it.
You about to get the biggest check in your life. You about to go to the NFL. And all we are doing is waking you up, young brother. Because if you don't see what the is going on, gang, if we didn't give a we'll let you crash out. But from one player to the next, I ain't going to tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes, man. There's no reason why she commenting on another page, an NBA with heart eyes and the money tongue out. That's your fiance.
It don't seem like he don't care about that. That's the thing. I ain't gonna lie, cause I ain't gonna lie. I love him as a player, and that's all that really matters. I love him as a player. What he do in his personal life is on him. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm human. So let me be real. I'm human. When I first heard of these situations going on, and certain stuff was like coming out, and it was just making so much sense to me. But I'm like, he young, whoop de whoop. In my head, I ain't gonna lie, I have a lot of talks with God, so a lot of things I just kind of take straight to God. And my immediate reaction was, it's not against him, bro. It's not against him, I promise. But in my head, I said, you about to give this dummy all these millions. I'm out here working. I'm trying to get to it. I'm like, he about to, but he earned it. He earned it. That's all. I'm not mad about that. But I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, you about to give him all these millions, and you about to let him get it all took away. Get out, cause yeah, the man he earned it. He deserved what he about to get. Well, I mean, what he already getting. But I'm like, and you about to allow him to just get it took away. I said, why don't he understand? In my head though, I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, why do you? It's like watching. In my head, it's like you're watching God put somebody through something. That's how I feel watching this situation. So it's like I'm already ready for the videos and maybe years to come that he might come out crying or I didn't think it was gonna be like this, whoop de whoop. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, I feel like this is gonna be one of the first situations that on just a wide scale, I can say I seen it from the beginning. I seen it from the beginning. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you disagree with me or agree with me. I ain't gonna yap too much, but I gotta yap because we're reacting. Can't just repost somebody else's content. You gotta make it transformative.
And that brings us back to Travis Hunter. Besides going into the NFL draft, he has an opportunity to sign a lot of brand deals. He already has a pretty good deal with Adidas, amongst other companies. And before he even sets foot on a football field, Travis Hunter has already made a lot of money. Even in college, his NIL deal was on point. But now he's decided to make a deal with Panini of America. This is a sports cards company. He's signing an exclusive deal with this particular company. And a lot of people aren't happy about it, at least according to Twitter. And it's not because people just don't like Travis Hunter, but it's because they don't really like Travis Hunter's girlfriend. Let's look at some of the comments here. Scott Escobar writes, "This sucks. Absolutely ruining the sports cards hobby with exclusivity." Now, if you guys know what some of the original card companies like Top,
I don't know nothing about the cards yet. Y'all have to fill me in the comment section, please. Please do that.
Upper Deck, and Score, you know, players used to be able to appear on all of these card companies and it was better for collectors. But I guess in this case, Panini, which in my opinion is new because I didn't see it at first, is trying to make it exclusive. But not only this, you see a guy by the name of Chappie. His girlfriend is happy for this payday. Another guy writes, "Gonna be an absolute bum in the NFL. I can't wait." Let's kind of go back to the girlfriend.
I don't think he's gonna be no bum in the NFL. I disagree with that. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. Y'all think he's gonna be? I don't think he's gonna be no bum. He played both sides of the ball, and then he just won Heisman. Both sides of the ball and played Heisman. That's not translating to no straight up bum. Nah, he might not be the greatest starting off, but a bum? Nah. I disagree. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Friend is happy for this payday. Here's something that we are noticing about young players. They are making more money than the guys who came before them.
Right.
This is true indeed. Second thing that we're noticing is that these guys don't have a whole lot of respect for the older players because now they're making much money. And third, if guys give them any advice, they are looked at as being old or they are hating, and they just, are upset because they're in the limelight right now.
And that's how that's when you gotta know how to humble yourself, or you're gonna get humbled. You gotta know when to stay humble, but it's hard to tell somebody that when they really get into it, bro. So it's like, bro, it's hard to tell somebody that when they really get into it, because they feel like they know everything at that moment. You just gotta let them do their thing, because some people they work out them weeds, and a lot of people fall flat eventually.
Reality is, this is giving the opportunities to these older women like Drea Michelle. We're seeing it with Tia Jones, Xavier Worthy, and Leanna Lenee, a lady who's about 3 or 4 years older than Travis Hunter, a woman who, if Travis Hunter doesn't deal with her, nobody knows who she is, and she's back in Atlanta working at the strip club, booty clapping it up, okay? Here's the issue, and we all can see this. At a certain point, we bet on the fact that Leanna Lenee is going to switch up and leave Travis Hunter and take some, if not all, of what he's worked for. They are about to get married. And of course, he most likely won't sign a prenup, and all of these things are going to be her payday. And this is what guys have to understand about messing with women that don't have what you have. I get it. You guys have money. You don't need a woman that has money. It's always going to be true, and I know it's true indeed. I'm not arguing that. But there is a case to be made about...
Listen, bro. I sometimes gonna have a very nihilistic mindset towards things, and like personally right now, when he was like, "Yeah, whoop whoop," and this in my head, if that happens after the world being able to tell him, you deserve it. You deserve it. He deserves it. He also deserves all the money he's going to get because he's earned it. He deserves it. But if he get played in this situation, I can't even feel bad for bro. I wish him the best though. I wish that that's not the case. It's just a lot of things is out of whack on this. Crazy.
Dealing with a woman who doesn't have anything while you have everything. I used to want to deal with a chick that wanted me when I didn't have nothing. But you know what? I've changed my mind about that.
And it's just so crazy, bro, how we are so strong, so fast, so agile. But niggas is, even me at one point in my life, and it feel like some people earlier, some people later. But when it come to that lady part, this is weak. You got everything else, but you let that one thing control you. I had just seen an Instagram post talking about all the different like smart, like I think Solomon that was like real strong. No. It was Samson that was real strong, something like that. Then another person that was like smart. We would do like different biblical people, and they said they all struggled heavy with lust. Even me. But I'm just saying, as a man, they feel like, bro, you really got the whole world at your hands. And then your counterpart, obviously with respect, you want to, do right by him and whoop-de-whoop. But for a lot of people, it seems like, bro, they are just completely controlled. It's crazy. Life is crazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Because if I didn't have nothing and she didn't have nothing and now I get everything, guess what? She might not be motivated to do better and she won't have anything. And guess what that means? That means whenever she wants to leave, she can say, well, I was letting you clap these cheeks when you didn't have anything, and now you're just gonna leave me like that? I want a divorce. And if you didn't sign a prenup, guess what?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm so scared of a damn divorce. I'm scared, boy. It ain't even the marriage part. It's the divorce. What? You think bro? As much you got, especially imagine not being a super rich. You done. Even rich. So imagine being just trying to get it, trying to grind every day, and you just trying to get. I got faith. You got faith in the Lord. You got all this and that. The Lord also gave me common sense. The Lord, I put it to the Lord based on the Bible. He would love for me to find a wife. He would love for all men to find a wife who do. But at the same time, He gave us a logical mind. And if you ain't gonna use it, listen, I don't know.
Now she'll be clapping your cheeks in the court of law. And I think that many guys have to
Crazy.
look at the fact is that people really don't love you, man. There are some women who can love you, of course. There are some people who really honestly care about you. But what if their feelings change, all right? What if their feelings change? Somebody can wake up 5 or 10 years down the line and you're not the person they want to be with anymore, okay?
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. At this point in my life so far, but I don't think nobody could truly just love, only unless like your mama or something. And some people ain't even got the best relationship with that. But I'm talking about that true unconditional love. True unconditional love. What if you broke your whole life? Now what? Because then, you know, we got these saying, well, girls date off the potential of the man. So she got with the man, which is, that's cool, that's smart, that's your purpose. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to. And guys, they like to kind of look at a girl's past. They want to make sure she wasn't no 3 or 4, this and that. But it's a lot of men that don't care, right? They don't care. You mind now. It's all these different dynamics. But then things can change. Things can change 15 years down the line, 20 years down. No, I ain't got that. Well, you ain't hitting it how you used to hit it. You're not doing these dates how y'all used to do the dates. It would make more sense sometimes to chill on the date sometimes because this and that financial situation. You got inflation going up. You got the cost of living. All this going on. And you got to sit there. You got to explain. You got to sometimes reassure. Not sometimes. You got to reassure a lot of the same stuff. Listen. To me, that don't even, the older I get, I'm like, that don't even sound like love. When I hear love, I don't even think about like intimacy with the, like, I'm saying like, that's just something we just like to do. I'm talking about truly being willing to do whatever to put that person in the best position possible, and you're willing to do the same. It reminds me of like a great relationship with your parents. To me, like, they're willing to do whatever to put you in the best situation possible, and you're willing to do whatever to repay them in a sense, and you want to make sure that they're good. But if they're doing what they're supposed to do, they're not even putting you in that position. I don't want to go on no rant.
Okay? Things change, people change, but the reality is they've already invested in the relationship, and now they would like to leave the relationship, of course, with your money, and you might be begging them to stay. They may have already emotionally moved on. Their cheeks.
Once you get to the point of begging somebody to stay, it's already over. It's already over. It's already over. If you're a dude, bro, and you gotta beg your girl to stay, it's already over. To me, it's not the same on either end because there's different dynamics. Men and women are different. That's just my personal opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. It's certain things, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just how things go. It's a reason why we look completely different. We built it's a whole different dynamic mentally when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, get with a woman. It's a whole different dynamic. She got to play with us to get us in a certain right. You know what I'm saying? She could play into our ego. We play into their feelings. That, you know what I'm saying? It's a totally different dynamic.
May have also emotionally moved on, and then there you are, okay? And the worst thing that a rich man can do are
I know
successful.
somebody looking at this like, this nigga must have went through something the way he talking about this. I have. It's life though. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's life. But, you know what I'm saying? I got some life experience, and I learn a lot from others. I don't have to go through everything in my life to have to understand certain things. A smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. That's a very old quote, but it stands to this day.
Successful man to do is to elevate a woman to be in a position that she does not deserve. It is often that you see a woman in Travis Hunter's position elevate a guy that has less than her. It happens if they can't get it. For example, Megan Good or Keke Palmer, where they just absolutely can't get it. But before they go that route, they actually try to get it. They actually try to get somebody who has more than them, right? This is why guys were upset with Ruby Rose when she said, listen, I make $5 million a year. I want a guy that makes $5 million a year. A lot of guys were offended. The only way that Ruby Rose will stop going for that is when she understands she can't get that. But in the last 2 or 3 years, she's been able to get DDG. She's been able to get Drewski. So for her, she's still going to try to get as much as she can while she still is in her prime. All right. She's going to try to do that.
Fair enough. That's the name of the game. When that time run out, that time run out. If the time never runs out, it never runs out. You know, it runs out for everybody eventually. But she looked good. She playing her cards. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Hopefully everything works out in her best interest. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna talk down in the sense like I want something. You know what I'm saying? Hope everything works out for her in the best interest, especially with this traffic situation too.
That. But if the roles were reversed, they wouldn't do this, guys. And you gotta stop believing that you're so special. Travis Hunter is really believing that he's special, and we all see that this is gonna come down to the end, but he's going to be sadly mistaken. Again, always think about it like this as a man. A man as a producer, number one, the only people that probably love you are maybe like outside of your family, 10 in a lifetime, okay? If you're lucky, one of those 10 is your wife, right? Or a business partner, okay? Or your kids. Usually, you're not that lucky, all right? But if you are, you've done a great job. If any case, by any chance, those people that you love don't love you, you're in for a problem. Just say you heard it from me. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode.
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Y'all go support his channel in every way possible. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Y'all stay blessed. Watch the rest of the videos on the channel. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.